All right, let's cut right to the chase. Today, we're slicing through all the noise and the stacks of paperwork and truck dispatching. We're going to get right to the absolute core, the documents you will use for every single load, no exceptions.
You know that feeling, right? You look at a pile of forms and agreements, and you just feel like you're drowning in a sea of paper. Well, you're not alone. And honestly, it almost feels like it's designed to be that complicated.
But here's the thing. At the heart of it all, there are just three, count 'em, three foundational documents. These are the universal pieces that don't change, no matter the cargo, the route, or the client. Once you really get these down, everything else just kind of clicks into place.
So yeah, let's call them the universal pieces of the puzzle. They really are the bedrock of your whole operation, the foundation you build every single load on. First up, and you could easily argue this is the most fundamental piece of all, is the carrier profile form. This is ground zero, your absolute starting point with any carrier you work with. The easiest way to think about this, it's literally your carrier's professional ID card. It's a simple one-page snapshot that gives brokers everything they need to look at and say, okay, yeah, this is a legitimate professional company we can trust. Now, the real power of this form is packed into three key details. You've got to have the carrier's DOT number, their tax ID, that's the EIN, and of course, their current insurance info. Let me be clear, these three things are completely non-negotiable. So this isn't just busy work, right? This form is your shield. It's your proof, your verification that this carrier is legally compliant, fully insured, and ready to move freight the right way. It's that first crucial step in building trust. Now for our second universal document, which is all about building on that trust. This is the Dispatcher Carrier Agreement. And this one, well, this one is all about protecting your role in the whole deal. Plain and simple, this is your contract. It's the legal document that makes your relationship with a carrier official. It lays out who does what and who gets paid what, the basics. But its most critical job is to protect all of your hard work. And here's the absolute heart of that protection. It's a clause called non-circumvention, but honestly, the source material calls it an anti-theft clause, and that is the perfect way to think about it. It's a standard, unchanging part of every one of these agreements for a very, very good reason. So why does this matter so much? Picture this. You do all the legwork. You find a fantastic load with a new broker. This clause legally prevents the carrier from going behind your back to work directly with that broker, cutting you out of future deals and your commission. It secures the value of your network. All right, on to our third and final universal document, the Shipper-Broker Agreement. So we've verified the carrier, we've protected our partnership, now it's time to secure the payment. This one has a beautifully simple purpose. It's the contract that's all about the money. It spells out all the financial terms and makes sure that you and your carrier get paid for the work you've completed. Simple as that. A huge part of this agreement is just getting the lingo down, specifically payment terms. You'll see net 15 or net 30. All that means is payment is due 15 or 30 days after you submit the invoice. Knowing that difference is absolutely crucial for managing cash flow. And hey, just like our last agreement, this one has its own superstar protective clause that you'll see every time. It's called the no offset clause. And this is a total game changer. Imagine there's a dispute over one load, maybe a damage claim or something. This clause prevents the broker from holding your payment hostage on a completely different, perfectly clean load just to use it as leverage. It keeps each job separate, making sure you get paid for the work you've done right. So when you put them all together, you see these aren't just three random documents. They form a single, powerful, universal toolkit that you are going to use on every single job you do. It really boils down to a simple, repeatable, three-step process. 1. Verify the carrier is legit with the profile. 2. Protect your partnership with the Dispatcher Carrier Agreement. And 3. Secure the payment with the Shipper-Broker Agreement. Verify, protect, secure. See? Simple. And that's the whole point. Success in this business isn't about memorizing hundreds of different forms. It's about deeply understanding the purpose of these three. You master them, and you have built a solid, secure foundation for your entire business. So now you've got the universal foundation. The question is, what about the documents that do change from load to load? Now that your core is solid, which one of those are you going to tackle next?